Savage sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel trying to get it up and going. Late night boxing conversation. Terence Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford. Super ruthless. Super ruthless. If the rumors are true, I have been reviewing the videos before Terence Bud Crawford fought Errol the Truth Spence. They fought July 29th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I was there. The videos are on our channel. I reviewed the videos from 2018, 2019, 2020 when Errol Spence was dominating the 140 welterweight division. Errol Spence made it very clear that Terence Crawford, he doesn't need him. He says, man, in one of the videos that I might post, Errol Spence said,
can we be done with everybody else but Terence Crawford? Can we just do Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford?
I mean, that could happen. We got to see how it goes. But, like I said, I can move up to 160 and fight Canelo Alvarez.
Man, I don't need Bud Crawford. I might go up and fight Canelo. Ha, 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 ha. So, countless interviews. Errol Spence, who I love, made it very, very clear. He was the big fish. He does what he wants. When he's ready to fight, he'll do it. He'll do it under his terms. And that's just what it is, because he's the biggest fish. He's the bigger draw. He's the bigger name. He flaunted it in everybody's face. So now I'm seeing countless videos on how Terence Crawford's a snake. Terence Crawford's ducking a rematch. Terence Crawford's not that dude. He didn't fight a real champion. He fought who was in front of him, and he dominated like he always does. Now, the way I look at it is, we all know Terence is a savage in the ring. Why are you mad that he's playing chess? He's playing chess. This is a prime example of the way you run your kingdom is up to you. When President Obama left office, he was the president of the United States. He ran the kingdom in a certain way. Once he left, a new guy came in, Donald J. Trump. He ran the kingdom a little bit more savage. That's just the way it is. You run your kingdom the way you see fit. If you have a problem, get out of the kingdom. You may not agree with it, but right now, out of all these years, Terence Crawford crossed the street and said, I'm going to run this block, this neighborhood, this city, this state, the way I like to run it. And he just took the words right out of Spence's mouth when he said, I don't need Terence Crawford. I might go up and fight Canelo. This is documented. This is documented. Why are you shocked that it's happening to you? This is another example. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you put out there, because it'll come back on you. Now, I like Spence, but Spence was super arrogant. I kept saying, you don't need a tune-up, Spence. You don't need a tune-up for everybody. But you're fighting Terence Crawford. You need a tune-up. You survived 2 horrendous accidents. You're a walking miracle. You're a walking legend. You're a walking documentary. You're a human being. You need a tune-up. He kept yelling, oh, my timing after the fight. Oh, my timing was off. My timing. Of course, you didn't take a tune-up. And another thing you must understand is you're fighting a guy faster than you. You're fighting a guy that's cerebral. You're fighting a guy that he sees what you're thinking. So if you jab, he jab. If you jab, he jabs. If you jab, he jabs. He's going to counter your jab. By him being faster than you, he's going to knock your timing off. By you not being sharp, pulling that like gun out of the holster, so to speak, you rusty pulling it out, he's faster. He's going to be so much faster because he knows what you're thinking. He's going to knock your timing off. This is what happens when you are fighting someone just as fast, if not faster, and smarter, if not smarter than you. If you do the same thing at the same time and he's quicker, he's going to knock you. He's going boom. He's going to knock you off. Boom. He's going to knock you off. Boom. He's going to knock you off. That's called your timing. He's knocking your timing off every time. Oh, by the way, you're rusty. Oh, by the way, you're not in the ring. I'm not making excuses. I'm just giving examples of why your timing's off. So now, the final lesson is, Keith Thurman said this years ago, the name of the game is really not to lose. When you lose the power to dictate. You lose the power to dictate. Now, Errol Spence was not really managing his career. So what was he dictating? Well, we saw the fight on July 29th. He said it didn't happen without him. He didn't dictate who walked first, but he dictated a lot of turns. He made his concessions, but nothing happened without Errol. So he was the A side. He didn't dictate if they were going to fight in Dallas or Vegas. That was just a business move. It made more sense to be in Vegas. But wait a minute. He would have had home field advantage if he would have just did Dallas. They would have gave it to him. But he got beat so bad. If he would have had that fight in Dallas, he'd have made more money. But it would have just been that much more humiliating. But at the end of the day, he's not dictating no rematch. He's not dictating no weight. He's not dictating no venue. He's not dictating no money. He's a guy with no belts. He's out of shape. He can bring in Floyd Mayweather. He can bring in anybody and everybody. He's not the better man when it comes to Terence Crawford. He's just not. I think it's a money move. He'll make the most money fighting Terence. Going forward, it'll be hard for him to command that type of money. He'll need a bigger name, and I don't know who he can fight now that's a bigger name. He does need a tune-up. But the bigger name out there, we know. Keith Thurman and Ennis. And we already know he don't want to go down that route. So at this point, I told you, Terence Crawford is ruthless. He earned the right to be ruthless. Everyone's, he didn't fight anybody. He didn't fight anybody. Well, that makes it even worse. All you guys saying Terence didn't fight nobody. He beat the brakes off a guy who fought everybody, right? So which one is it? You got to fight everybody to be considered the man, but then when you fight somebody who you don't think is a man, you get blown out. So y'all got to drop that. He ain't fought nobody. He fought the one somebody that they thought he was going to get washed, and he made him look like a nobody, respectfully. So I'm looking at all these, he didn't fight nobody. That makes it worse. Because he didn't fight nobody, but he beat the brakes off somebody in a legendary fight, so to speak. Because this is what Errol Spence was screaming. This is a legacy fight. Thank you for making this happen. This is gonna go down as a legend. And he got washed. He'll be washed faster in a rematch. The difference between 147 and 154 is a gallon of water. Everybody think it's so much. No, it's a gallon and a half of water. Same fight, more vicious results. Now, Terence Crawford is ruthless. When you're at the top like that, your reign is not that long. So I'm not mad at him for maximizing the opportunity. If you want to say he ducked, whatever, he dictates terms. The winner dictates terms. His terms is, it's hard for him to make 147. He gonna fight that guy at 147 again. You don't like the terms, keep moving. Other than that, he wants to move up and go to Canelo, who may not win in 2 weeks. He may not win. It's a strong possibility he will win, but he may not win. That's just boxing. No disrespect to Canelo. It's a game of boxing. So, drop a comment. Are you mad that Terence Crawford is so ruthless? Are you mad that everything that Errol the Truth Spence said before July 29, 2023 about him might moving up, him dictating terms, he's big fish, he does what he wants. Are you mad that that's coming back to bite him? Are you mad about that? This is boxing. Sorry. I think this is the first time you saw a really ruthless fighter be just as ruthless in the business world. All those years, they thought Terence was just not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He doesn't have an elaborate vocabulary. His personality doesn't jump off the page. He's kind of quiet, but he let his fist do the talking. And now, he's super ruthless. I heard a little birdie told me he did have access to the books to see what Errol was really making to determine his value. And this is why Errol made some concessions to him. And you got to tip your hat off to Bud Crawford. He really got him on this one. He got him in the ring. And the biggest thing about all of this is, if both parties move on, mentally, he would have damaged Errol Spence. Because Errol Spence, even if he was weight drained, he'll never get a chance to redeem himself against the one guy who got him. I got you twice. Isn't that what Lawrence Fishburne said in Kings in New York? I killed you twice. This is crazy. Boxing needed a really good bad guy. If it's 10 fights left or 11 fights in Bud Crawford's career, he has officially put the jacket on of being the hated fighter that Floyd was. People didn't like Floyd because of the arrogance and the bravado and things like that. Terence Crawford has just made a transition. When Kobe went from Kobe to the Black Mamba, now Terence Crawford has just officially said, I'm going to be the bad guy. If you want to say I ducked him, I ducked him. If you don't like the way I do my business, too bad. I'm the king of the hill. Deal with it. Deal with it. Like, share, subscribe. This is King Savage Sports Fan. Thanks for the support. All the new subscribers, thank you for the love. Drop a comment, share the video, hit the notification. Until next time, let's talk boxing. I'm out.